I thought I would dress a little fancy, at least with the hat, because of this album, right? Lana Del Rey's Honeymoon. Okay, I'm gonna take the hat off. So today is just one of those days where I just decide, why not just review an album of an artist that, is coming out with an album this week. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I've never really talked about Lana Del Rey except for the single that she came out with Love. And I just want to express my feelings about one of her albums, and this happens to be her latest album besides the one that's coming out. But in all honesty, this is going to be a quick video, so let's get to it. So Lana Del Rey is a singer-songwriter, and she's also apparently a model. I could actually see that because she's beautiful. And I'd have to say probably where she really got popular was her Born to Die album, and honestly that album is pretty good, especially with songs like Video Games and Summertime Sadness being an awesome summer jam, even though it's a sad song, and it just has a very memorable chorus line. Summertime, summertime sadness, I got that it's good stuff. Her style is very different from a lot of artists these days. It has like a cinematic aesthetic to it, making it sound kind of like a noir film or something in that nature, something kind of jazzy. And honestly, props to that. I think she does an awesome job implementing that, and that's no exception with this album, Honeymoon. And literally, there's not a lot to say about this album. I mean, it's decent. I will say most of the track listing has very long, drawn-out songs, in my opinion, and I could see why, and I could see how I got bored, kind of, during some of these songs, and some of the songs kept me interested, but for the most part, I felt pretty bored listening to this album. I was actually gonna review this album like last year, because there's this girl that I liked back in college, and she really loved it, Lana Del Rey, or does love Lana Del Rey, I should say, and I started writing stuff down, and I'm like, there's not really much to say about this album, besides it has a noir style, has some nice string sections in there, and some very airy vocals throughout the whole album, and some guitar work in there too. Songs like Terrence Loves You and God Knows I Tried, which are two of my favorite songs off this album. That and Honeymoon, I really love that opening track. It really sets the tone for the whole album, literally. And some of the singles don't work for me, honestly, like High on the Beach does just, I don't know, maybe it's because I don't get high on the beach. I do like being on the beach, though. And the trap beats, they just don't work. I don't think she should ever implement those in her songs anymore. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't think it matches at all. I think it's kind of a mixed bag kind of thing for me. I really don't like the song 24 either. I feel that's a little drawn out, and it just isn't a very interesting song. But I mean, all these songs actually showcase Lana Del Rey's vocals very well, because she has freaking awesome vocals, and if you just want to listen to something soothing, this is the album for you, definitely. I don't think it's her best, though. Definitely Born to Die is probably my favorite. I have to say, she doesn't sound as whiny on this album, though, because she kind of has a whine to her voice, but in this album, not really that much. But yeah, like, the overall highlight of this album is Lana Del Rey's voice, because she does have a very marvelous, grand voice that really matches the style that she's going for, and that's really hard to do, probably. But in all honesty, there's not really much to come back to on this album, except like songs like Honeymoon and Terrence Loves You and God Knows I Tried. I really love those three songs, and I don't mind High on the Beach, but other than that, it's just, I would just put this album for background noise, and if I was on the beach, actually, I would probably listen to this, because it's really soothing, and it kind of matches the tone of a beach. I think that's what she was kind of going for on there, and I feel like this album has some personal stuff in there, and I like that. I like the writing in here. It just feels like some of it's kind of drawn out. But overall, I'd probably give this like a 3.5 out of 5, because I just feel like there's not much I'm gonna come back to, but there are some tracks that I do really, really like. and we'll come back to it. I love her vocals on every track. I love like the design of every track too. Like there's some really cool instrumentations going on in the background, but really you come for the vocals, I feel like, because those are like what's amped up to the next level for me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick review, and have a good one, and peace.